All right. All right. Thanks, everyone, for being here. I am Carmita Smiles. So I run the meetup group. I'm assuming maybe most of you might have found the link through the meetup group. This is one of my exclusive meetup events. The point of the Carmita Smiles Yoga Meetup group is just for people to get together for different wellness practices, virtual yoga practices, and some live social events, some live yoga, some live, we do Sacred Circle once a month, based out of Cleveland, Ohio. But then there's a lot of virtual offerings like this. So no matter where your location is, you can get involved in just learning new wellness practices or just taking time to, make a moment for wellness or yoga, or chit chat. Now with this group, I'm only one person. So if anyone sees anything interesting pop up, please let me know in the chat. Zoom bombing, sometimes it's still a thing. So it takes kind of a group effort to just kind of manage and see if something's going on and we can boot that person or bot or whatever it may be. But the chat is set so that you can drop questions and comments, but only I said it, I believe, to where only I can see the chat, but I will share people's questions or comments with the group if they don't mind. I mentioned before I got started, if you have a vision board already, or if you've done a vision board or have any ideas or other comments too, at the end, you're welcome to share your vision board with the group that you've done, or you're also just welcome to let us know, your ideas for a vision board or any questions that you have. And everyone's open to response. So if someone else has a great answer or would like to share a response to someone's question or idea, feel free to do such. So the meetup group is the main kind of place where I send out a lot of emails and messages and such. And so I am recording this session. And so after drop the recording in the meetup group. So if you have questions about the apps or you're trying to remember a name of an app, you can go back to the video and get that information. So thank you. So I'll get started. I'm using a new app myself to present. So this will be fun, a nice new experiment. So let me know if, as I start talking, if you can't hear something, please let me know and I'll go back and do my best to fix that. Okay. Cool. Okay. Should be good. Present. And this may or may not take the full hour, so no biggies. If it doesn't, then you get your freedom. Hopefully, if you are having a beverage this morning, or I guess afternoon, it's my morning in my brain, feel free to have that on your teas or coffees, or it is brunch time, so mimosas. But all right, so this event is about how to create a virtual vision board and or a regular vision board. So if you're someone who still likes to cut and paste with paper and magazines and newspapers, you could use some of the information that I'm giving in today's session for that also. So it's as we get more involved with our phones and technology, we're finding new fun, creative ways to build different products and things, and usually using some sort of platform or app. And then you can even, add little specific details to virtual vision boards that you could not have done with paper and glue and all that fun stuff. But so this is kind of where that's going, but you're always more than welcome to, of course, take these ideas back to paper if you choose. But it is fun having the option now to play and build virtually. So the theme of the vision board is creating a virtual vision board for joy and abundance. As we are leaving 2022, this is a time to reflect. This is a time to start thinking about, what's to come in the new year. What are you looking to let go of and bring into life? So we're kind of can use this as a time of reflection, and then also a time to gain new insight or new courage for what's to come, and setting ourselves up for joy and abundance in the new year. And once again, here's a little bit of info about me. I am Carmita Smiles. You can find me on all the things social, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, still as Carmita Smiles. I am a 500-hour yoga instructor registered with the Yoga Alliance. My specialties include gentle vinyasa, adaptive, and chair yoga. I also do teach some other styles and types of yoga. So if you have any general questions about yoga yourself or deep stretching, feel free to reach out to me at any time with those questions, or at the end of the session, or you can drop me a message in the meetup community or on Instagram. You can check out some of the stuff there. And I have loads of videos already on YouTube if you're interested and kind of seeing how I guide flows and practices and classes. So then you could welcome yourself to starting your own practice in your house with those videos if you choose. Also, I have certifications with Ayurveda, I'm a vegan nutritionist, and a Reiki master. So if you're interested in learning more about energy work and our energy and vibration in the earth and related to universe, feel free to reach out too. All right, we're going to get into the vision board. So what is a vision board? So simply put, it is a collage of images and words that represents or outlines a person's goals, wishes, desires, dreams, motivations, and inspirations. But it can also be your past successes, reflections, overcomings, or memories. So vision boards, as I mentioned, a lot of the time they're very popular with being used as this image, this creation of where we would like to see ourselves going or what we would like to invite into our life. But you can also use it as a way to reflect and celebrate where you've been. And then you could even have multiple vision boards, as in using one to see where you've been and your past successes, and then what your next steps are, where you would like to take these successes, or where you would like to move into if you're moving away from the past and reflections, or getting overcomings and different things of celebration in life. And the importance of a vision or a vision board, because the vision board is just bringing our visions to life. So they allow us to reflect on what's important. It can help you to gain self-awareness. A vision or a vision board is a creative way to think through your goals. It helps imagine what a positive future looks like. It can influence positive emotions and welcome optimism. And it can help you understand what you'd like to manifest into life. So we do tend to see a lot events and discussion about vision boards at this time of year and at the beginning of the new year. But really, you can do a vision board at any time of the year. They're also really nice to use as kind of an outlet, a creative outlet, an emotional outlet. So if you're feeling a bit down about certain things that are going on in your life, or maybe something didn't kind of come out a certain way that you thought, whether it was with something personal or with a job, it can be fun or a nice way to then kind of grab that piece of paper and glue, or work through a platform and application and start to just kind of welcome new thoughts into mind. Like if something didn't work out, you could use the vision board as almost like a creating of a fresh start. Like, okay, maybe I didn't get this job here. Let me go to my drawing board, let me go to my vision board and just kind of create and just put things on it and see if new insight, new thoughts or things come to mind, and kind of a new rewiring of the mind frame or kind of thoughts to get them from someplace negative or neutral and into someplace positive. And this can create opportunities and also increase chances of success. We always hear different terms like, fake it till you make it, turn that frown upside down, think positive, different, and just other different phrases and such that kind of also mention turning something negative and making it a positive, which is really just, as I mentioned before, kind of getting kind of the white light, or kind of finding, the light in the dark. So if something negative, or if we're looking to gain something positive in life, it can really start with our thoughts. Our thoughts are so powerful. And that doesn't mean that if we're just sitting on the couch and just thinking great things, that great things are just going to come to us on the couch, although that might be popular if we're on our phones. But it can also mean that it just gets our thinking going. And when we feel energized and excited and we get creative thought processes going, it can motivate us to put things into action, to put thoughts into action, and step by step start to manifest and work actively on creating those dreams or opportunities. And getting started. So we're going to flow through some different ways to get started about thinking about your vision or your vision board, and kind of different things that you'd want to place on it. These can help bring some photos into mind. So something to get started is you might want to explore your values. So this may start with asking yourself, what matters to you? What gives your life meaning? What do you enjoy doing? Who do you want to become? And how do you like to spend your time? Also, what motivates you? What are your motivations right now, or in life in general? What do you want? What do you want in life? What do you want for yourself? What are expectations or goals in mind, and why? Why do you want these things? The why can be a really big ask when we're looking for things from other people, from the work we do, from the life we live. It can always kind of start to get the thought process really rolling with, why do we want these things? Why do I want a better job? Why do I want kids? Why do I want this car? What will it do for, that's the going, like, what will it do for me? What will it do for you if you have this thing? What is it going to do? Is it going to enhance your life? Is it going to help you in your process of getting a new job? Or if you're an entrepreneur, creating the life that you want, building a business? And does it relate to anything? Does it relate to your childhood, past experiences, personality? For me, what do I want? I love to travel and explore. And why? It helps me to meet new people. It helps to open up my mindset and my awareness of what's going on in the world and the different cultures that are out there. And it relates to my college experience. I, in college, got to meet a lot of people from around the world, and it was so eye-opening and beautiful. So that's like an example of kind of the answers to some questions that you may have. It kind of gets you to dig deep, and then can excite you for why you want to add these things into your life and create the vision board that you will. And prioritize. I loved coming across the information I found about prioritizing for the vision boards. So, because vision boards can be very general, they can be a collection of our life, the past successes and past stories. That's kind of already built. It has a time frame already to it, things that have already occurred. But when we're looking towards our future, It can be a little bit overwhelming for some people, not everybody. If we're just putting kind of anything on that board and looking at like, okay, I want a yacht and I'm younger and maybe I don't have the work experience yet to gain the income to have that yacht yet. Or I want to live somewhere, but there are steps that I need to take to help me get there. And so when you're setting up for your vision board, a nice tactic can be that it's helpful if what's captured is set for a specific timeline. It can also be helpful to then lay out, or the vision board itself can help you lay out a plan step by step on how you'd like to go about obtaining the goals and aspirations captured. So for example, it doesn't have to be limited to this time frame, but it can be anywhere from say 3 months to 5 years to 10 years. And this can help you keep track and obtain those hopes and dreams step by steps. It can help lower anxiety also by doing it this way. And it kind of eases you into realistic expectations for yourself, especially if you have something on your vision board that you have no idea how to get there. This can help you kind of start to think about, okay, if I want to get here in 3 months, if I want to, work on my fitness regimen, or I'm working on how to get into meal prep, it helps you to kind of figure out within staying with your realistic expectations of yourself and how to build it. And then say if you hit that goal or those steps in 3 months or 5 months or what have you, then you can take it to the next step. Something else that's fun is you could even create your vision board that way. So you could almost build a timeline on your vision board of, okay, in this frame, this is my 3-month section, this is my 3-year section, and my 5-year section. So this is where I want to be. I might have a line for, the meal prep that I'm learning and the steps to get there. Or here's my yacht and here are the steps to get there, my boathouse, or here's my log cabin, or my education, here's my high school diplomas here. These are the steps of how I get there. So it's kind of a fun way. You can make it your own with that. And so I am going to share some different apps, platforms, or tools that can be used to create a vision board. There are so many tools available. So based on whether you like to build things on your phone, if you like to build things on, a tablet or different mobile device, or even your TV screen, depending on how that's set up. One thing to keep in mind is certain applications may be only available on certain devices, and or just navigate through certain devices. I personally prefer applications and devices that I can use on my computer. Some people that I know, like my nephew, likes to build on his phone. And so it's just a personal kind of personal preference. But there are so many apps. But these are a few that I found pretty fun and are similar to what I use. And that first one, so I'm going to actually exit out of the presentation for a moment. Let me see if I can. Sharing screen is always fun. There we go. There we go. All right. So the first one that I will share is the one that I use. I currently use Canva, and I use Canva for more than just building virtual vision boards. I use Canva for my entire business, or all of them. So Canva is a fun design tool. It's become very popular over the past few years. And as you can see from the top of my screen, so you have different options with Canva. You can use the free version, which is actually what I'm on currently, or you can use a paid version. So the paid version just gives you more options for like the styles that you want to use, certain caricatures and art that you would like to have on your different like creations and flyers and different things that you can build. You can build resumes on here also, and other sorts of things, storyboards, the vision boards. And when you're within these applications, it'll offer like different templates, different elements. You can upload your own images and text. you can also, so with the uploading, you can take other pictures and images that you have from your computer or other applications and save them to add into your objects. And anything that you see with a little crown on it in Canva usually means that's a paid little product there. So that's when they might ask for, if you'd like to purchase and go to a platinum version, which I always just like using the free versions until they run out. So explains why it's asking me to pay for things. But Canva is a wonderful option because if you don't want to pay for it, you don't have to. And they have loads and loads of wonderful free art to use. And you would literally just set up your different, let me see. Well, I'll go back. I'll show you mine that I used to build in Canva vision boards, but they have lots of different photos that you can use within the platform. And I'll show you after, but then there's also some to it. But another application for building a virtual vision board is you can use Designer, spelled with a Y instead of an I, if you see up at the top. And so this is another one, Designer. You can sign up for free, but they also, of course, do have platinum options. So I think somewhere at the bottom, it asks you get like 14-day trial, and then you can kind of build from there. They're a little bit similar in the different offerings that you have. So you don't just have to use it for vision boards. You can use it for business cards, flyers, posters, or what have you, if you run different events, your own business, or if you're just making cards. These platforms are great to make your own holiday cards too. I've used Canva for that in the past. Fun. But the same, so you could just drop, click and paste and build different virtual vision boards, and they offer different templates. So if you're kind of unsure on where to start, maybe just pick out a template, see what photos and kind of creation of shapes that it gives you, and then go from there. You could pull pictures out, add some in, and then it kind of starts to give you an idea of what you would like to add to your vision board or how you would like to showcase your vision on your vision board. So this one has lots of different templates. You can see here. Let's see if there's a little bit of lag on they have loads and loads of different templates. Very fun, cool, simple, simplistic way. Like a lot of these apps, you don't have to know how to code. They make them very simplistic on how to use, and you can even specify different weights and heights of a lot of these vision boards in case you would like to print them out and frame them. So that is one app. And UDreamer, this one, if you are looking to then print, they actually have their own, as you can see in the corner, they will print and ship your vision board to you, and you could frame it here. But Canva and a lot of these apps also do that, but that's what UDreamer's kind of thing is all about, like creating your vision with ease and sending it to you if you choose. So they're another one to create a fun vision board. They are another very well-known, popular, because a lot of people like to print out their vision boards and get them sent to them. If you're not creating your vision board on paper, where you just have a big poster board and then you can just kind of already have it in front of you day by day. When you create these virtual vision boards, you don't just have to set them and forget them. They're nice to maybe make as a background on your desktop or on a background on your phone. They're nice to print out and then set on your wall. It doesn't have to be a big fancy frame. You could just print it out on your printer and have it, on your desk or taped to the wall. I do that a lot of the time, so that you have that reminder of your vision board in front of you. You have your goals set in front of you. And then if you would like to change it, you could cut and paste and add, of course, if you're gluing pictures on top of some things that change, or you can recraft or redesign your virtual vision board within these applications too. So this one, templates also. So if you wanted, you one of these templates and build it, and where they're gonna send them out to you, they're gonna print it and ship it to you, and so you can view all the different styles that maybe they already have, and then you could customize it. I actually haven't played around with this one yet, so this is fun. We'll see what happens here. Oh yeah, you just drop and click. So pick your splash color, You can pick the title of your board. So the splash color, like it changed the background to pink. You can choose a color for your fonts. And the photos would be loaded and placed here. So you can kind of see what you're going to print there with UDreamer. And you can add it and print it, or you could just play around with the templates themselves. All right, this was a favorite that I came across. So Corculus. This one, you could watch the YouTube video on it. This one is pretty cool because it has that old school style. I don't know how many of you still use cork boards on your walls. I do. They're great. I like to have my little sticky notes and things up there. It was very popular when I was a young kid, but this is more of that visual of your old school cork board, and you're just kind of adding different little elements. Almost reminds me of like a scrapbooking style of kind of ridiculous. Then you just add your photos. In this one, obviously, their example is their wedding. Could be their moment of reflection, a reflective board of accomplishments and successes and goals and things and parts of life that they've celebrated and already had. But then you can also create your own. And they have different shapes. They have different little labels and things you can add. You can always, of course, code your and things to add to Corculus and make it your own. Now this one, I believe you can do through your tablets or iPhones, and they keep the website very simplistic. Once again, when I was looking at this one, I did not see a cost with it, and you could even use it as a what do we call it, like a mind board, mind mapping board also, if you're into that. So, and if you don't know what mind mapping is, feel free to ask me. I can let you know, give you more details about that. Mind mapping is another way to put your thoughts into vision or get your thoughts out of your head and onto a board. But instead of using photos, we typically just write things out. So if we're mind mapping through our work or a project, you would just type it out in words and different elements like used here, like you put words in the circle or square, what have you, and kind of maps things together. But it's another way just to get your thoughts out of the head. And then the last one I wanted to show is PicMonkey, so by Shutterstock. So if you, maybe some of you have used Shutterstock or have heard of Shutterstock, they use a lot of different photos, and you can even submit photos to be paid, gain a little bit of income if you're interested in that. But Shutterstock is basically all these different photos that are uploaded, and you can use them then in the same thing on vision boards and different flyers and just different creations that you have. So PicMonkey does allow a free trial, and then there is a paid prescription. But as you see here, you can use it for all sorts of things. Once again, certificates, checklists, cards, calendars, but also vision boards. So on this side here, they're just showing some different, like you could use the collages to build a vision board, because a vision board is basically a collage, as mentioned earlier. You could use Instagram posts as a way to celebrate if you just want a few pictures on there. So there's different ways to showcase this. I like that it mentions the Pinterest pin here, because you could also, if you like to have things a little more structured and organized and you don't really plan on printing out your vision board, you could use Pinterest as a vision board creator. So you would have your photos and I know it kind of links to different websites and things. So you could put those photos of your visions and your Pinterest account, and that could be your virtual vision board too. So glad I came across that. But they have the features here. So different templates, Facebook graphics, branding. Let's click on collage and see what happens. Oh, it's not working. All right, well, we'll check that out later. I was curious about that, but something's going on. Oh, there we go. Boom, free collage maker. Just needed to double tap. So there for them, for the visual vision board, you could just use the free collage maker, and it just kind of the same, adds all the different little pictures up. I'm not going to go into getting a free trial, but these are just different websites that we can check on pricing though and see. And a lot of them do give the different pricing options, which don't let those numbers fool you or scare you. You can see the monthly bills right below. So typically with a lot of these platforms now that I'm finding within these visual vision board and graphic platforms is they offer the annual billing if you choose to go platinum. And then they also offer the monthly billing. So typically if you do monthly billing, it does add a little more. So say like this one's a 72 for the basic, for the whole year. If you're paying that annually, then if you prefer though to do monthly and do $7.99, that might actually add on another additional fee that maybe adds on like a couple more dollars or cents. So maybe then for the year, it's like $75 for the year instead of 72, because they do sometimes tend to charge a little bit extra if paying monthly instead of annually. So that is just what I have found in my experiences with a lot of these applications and platforms. But as I mentioned, there are the ones that are free, like Canva has tons of great stuff to use in a free application. Same for Designer and the Quirky list, which I have shown a lot of those links here. Or like I said, if you use Pinterest already, or if you don't, Pinterest is also free to sign up and use. So you could always use Pinterest to create your virtual vision board. So here's those websites again. But you do have the option, like I said, I'll put the video in the meetup group so you can go back to and look at these. But there are so many, so many different platforms and applications. If you come across a really good one that you like, feel free to go in the chat and drop it in the meetup group and let us know for sure. So here are some of my examples of my vision boards. As I mentioned, I am currently a 500-hour yoga instructor. I've registered with the Yoga Alliance. Majority of the events that I run are for myself, are like by me, brought to everyone by me, but then I do collab with some different yoga organizations in different areas, like in Cleveland, Ohio. I tend to collab with Bottoms Up Yoga, which offers a bunch of different yoga teachers and styles around town who offer different classes. If you are down in Central Texas area, I tend to collab and attend a lot of Swift events. So if you're in the Texas area yourself, Swift events offers wellness and fitness classes, and they have a wonderful teacher who does dance instruction. Her name is Erica. She's wonderful. So if you're in Texas, look up a Swift event, and Erica's amazing. So those are different programs and things that I collab with now. But in this reflection of my board, you'll notice there are a lot of animals on it, and this is the organization. It kind of reflects that I used to run pre-yoga life. So this would be my reflection board. It is a life to build and experience. At this time, this kind of celebrates my, I'd say, last dating back, like starting about 10 years ago, when I was mainly on my fitness journey. Me and my sisters run different races and 5Ks. My sister's a marathon runner, so I liked celebrating the running that I would do with her. Now she lives out of state, so we don't run together as much. I was kind of packing up and doing a lot of travel and kind of on the road life. So I had that in my reflective board. And to yoga life, I was running a pet care business based out of Columbus, Ohio. I was a traveling pet care provider. So here I have a lot of the animals. This is Blue. This precious pup is a dog I cared for in Columbus. This was my cat who has passed away, Thomas. He was the mascot and kept dogs like Blue and other dogs kind of in control of themselves when I was away from the house. And these are my currents. I still have these guys. This is Cabby, the father guinea pig to my baby guinea pigs, and my baby Bun, who, if you have taken a class with me or watched one of my YouTube classes, you might see Bun in the videos. He's a nut. This was him when he was a baby. I got him from the the Berea Festival. They're like in the summer festival thing. So he and so then I also love water. So I had water and travel included on this reflective board, and I was getting back into healthy eating. And in the time of having the pet care, I started to also then dive more into wellness and was actually teaching majority of the time dog yoga classes. So I have the yoga with the dog also to celebrate in my reflective board that I made in Canva. And now I have this vision board that I have not really gotten much design into yet, but it does share some of the things that I have in life and going on. So I teach a lot of Eastern style or Eastern kind of collab styles of yoga, a lot of spirituality, energy work, and such. So I have my spiritual faith included on this vision board. I would like to take my practice deeper and further. So I have this lovely yogi here on the board. It's always healthy and great to dream, and it's beautiful that they show that. It tends to be our kind of child innocence that allows us, our child essence that allows us to welcome dreams into our life and keep that positive momentum going. And kind of circling back after having to shut down from the pandemic and shutting down my pet care business and going into the yoga business and back here in Cleveland, Ohio, that it kind of brought back family and friends. And that's kind of me kind of wanting to get back into deeper friendships and deeper relationships with my family as moving forward. So I am gonna see if I can exit out of this and I can show kind of the different elements and templates that Canva has that I use on the board. So if I was going to start fresh, there are these different templates that I could run, and I could actually replace this board with by clicking on them. And then there's different elements that I could add into the vision board. Like say I want these flowers here, they kind of pop up right here, and you can kind of size in and out like the different objects. If you don't like it, you can trash it. Or you can always click the back arrow, or if you accidentally add or delete something, you can always click the back arrow to redo. And then you can always upload different things into your board, different files, and you can also record yourself within Canva. So you can add different pictures that you have that you would like to add into your board if you choose, and different texts. And a lot of these texts are complimentary, they are free. And then a lot of them, when they do cost something, you'll see that it has the little crown, the pro option. So if you would like to pay a fee for that, that is up to you. And then they have other photos too. They have stock photos that you can use. So maybe you want to theme a board for Christmas or Thanksgiving or blase, what have you, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate in your life, you can do that. And you can always search different photos also. And you can use these filters on the side for different colors. If you're only looking for free items, you can add that there so you don't accidentally add something pro if you don't want pro or don't want to pay for it, and apply those filters to your vision board. And you can always present your vision board, or you can share it with other people. Say you want to do a group vision board with your family, you can add them into this project, adding their names, emails here. And then also you can download your vision board, you can share it and send a link out, or you can print your designs. And they have lots of different options on how to print your designs for your vision board also. Yay. And we're going to hop back in just a couple more. Something that I really want to share and kind of emphasize about the vision board is that life, timelines, goals, motivations, and other things may and can change, and that's okay. So the fun of building a virtual vision board is that you can easily kind of snap, copy, paste, delete, and rearrange and redo your vision board. You might have a life change happen. You might have a surprise in your life come along, or a bonus that you didn't expect at work, or maybe you finished school faster than you thought. And that's amazing. Or maybe there is a loss of a pet that you didn't expect. And so that can change what your goals look like, that can change what your timelines look like. And don't beat yourself up about it. That is a part of the life experience. I, for the last 3 years, have been on a roller coaster of change, and it's just nice to then have that vision there. You can sit down with it, or even if you're cutting and pasting in paper, you can change what your goals and timelines in life and all that look like. You are in control of your life. It starts with you. It's bringing awareness. There are things that happen out of our control, but we still have control of then how we react to those things that happen in life. And so we then can gain control once again on how we can adjust what life looks like when those things happen. So I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out. I know that's a mouthful. So I'm going to definitely open up the board. I'm going to check the chat. And if anyone is free later on today, it's Sunday. If you hop on Instagram, you can do and join Instagram lives. Typically only on mobile device only, whether it's my Instagram live or anyone else's, but you can hop on. And today is the 15 to 20 minute yoga session, Parley Yoga a Cafe. It is in English, but this is a yoga class where we kind of flow and get a little stretch, and we talk about coffee and tea and specialty beverages, especially as we go into the holiday. We're going to discuss some holiday drinks tonight. So it's just a fun little social time and a stretch. So you're welcome to join me on Instagram live to flow and stretch, or if you'd like to just pop on for the discussion of the cafe and teas and holiday specialties, I invite you to that. If you don't have an Instagram account, but you have a Facebook account, then you already have an Instagram account, because Facebook and Instagram are connected, or vice versa. So yeah, so definitely hop on, log on, and join me for that. But let me exit out the share screen. I'm so excited to see all these beautiful names in the group. I'm so happy that you stayed with me. You are more than welcome. And I'm actually gonna open up the chat, so everyone can go into the chat or type their questions in the chat, and the group will see it. I do not see anything about any crazy Zoom bombers, which is so great. And does anyone have any questions or any vision boards that you've created that you'd like to share? I'd love to see them. No one has any vision boards already? Has anyone have any ideas of what they'd like to get started? Oh yeah. So we have, thank you. I didn't think about creating the boards for specific timelines. Leilani. Yay. And thank you for being here. So, and I want to make sure I'm saying your name right, Leilani, because I always think about that when I talk to you. Leilani, right? I hope I'm saying that right. Leilani also teaches yoga. We teach together through our own offerings and also through yoga specialists. So thank you for being here. But you can definitely check out her classes too. She's amazing. And Nikki, do you mind going over the basic intentions? Yeah, I can definitely pull that up, and or I will just drop them into the chat if I can copy and paste them. Let me see. Exit. So we have, yeah, let's see. I'll just share it, and I can save minutes. So let me go back. I'll share my screen so that it's easier. I'll save minutes and time by doing such. Okay, so the intentions, oh my gosh, of course. Present. So yeah, so the intentions of the board, which is, we'll go through that. So that can be the vision board, or just if you're starting off with a vision. The intentions can help us reflect on what's important. It can help us to gain self-awareness on where we are in life and where we'd like to go. It's a creative way to think through the goals, can help imagine what a positive future looks like, can influence positive emotions and welcome optimism, and helps to understand what you'd like to manifest in your life. So these kind of things kind of get the thought processes going on where you would like to go in life and what you'd like to create on your vision board, which can create opportunities and increase chances of success. So the key word there would be opportunities, inviting those opportunities into life, and it's about exploring your values. So then you want to ask yourself some questions, things related to your values in life, which is what matters to you. What gives your life meaning? What do you feel gives you meaning? Maybe you have children. Your children give your life meaning, and kind of celebrating that. What do you enjoy doing? Do you enjoy writing? Do you enjoy fishing? Do you enjoy swimming or just walking in nature? You can help that to build ideas and goals in life. Maybe if you like running, maybe you want to be a coach on a local sports team at your local high school or junior high school to help kids then learn how to run and be successful in their running. So that can go into the what do you want to become and how do you like to spend your time. Also, intentions of motivations. What motivates you in life? Asking yourself, what do you want in life and why? And what does it relate to, if it relates to anything? Any childhood or past experiences or your personality? And then the prioritizing, as mentioned before, just setting those time frames. So maybe for the example of wanting to be a coach, like maybe you want to get to the big leagues, or maybe you have the goal of wanting to be involved in with the Olympics. There are ways you can do that. You could start at the elementary school or junior high level or high school level, and then build your career from there. If you decide that you want to be a runner, or you would like to then be a coach for a running team. You could also even get involved with the Olympics. Does allow for volunteers, so you can actually register. Anyone can do it, to register to volunteer with the Olympics. You just have to get there on your own. So that's the catch there. But it's a really great way to get involved if that's like a plan of yours, and getting it in line with setting dates and expectations and intentions. Talk about how to pick images and or text, being specific channel. Yeah, definitely. And stuff. Thank you. Yeah, we'll definitely have some more of these events. We'll have some new stuff in the new year. Of course. Ooh, I love this. Leilani also loves grabbing free images from Pixabay and Unsplash for projects. Yes, like I said, there are so many different types of applications and platforms you can save pics from. Yeah. So and the yoga tonight, as Elizabeth asked, the yoga will be on Instagram. So if you have a Facebook already, but you're not on Instagram, then because you have a Facebook account, you kind of already have an Instagram account, because Instagram and Facebook have the same owner. So you are welcome to, if you don't have an Instagram account, make an Instagram account, or if you already have an Instagram account, you just have to follow Carmita Smiles, and it'll give you a notification of when I'm on live. It has to be on a mobile device. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then, so for grabbing, the pictures and the words to be specific. So I can show you within Canva how I grab different words and things. But everyone is different. So you could even do like a Google search and save words and pictures that you like. But if you're going within the app, here, I'll open up like a new one, or I'll just open up, I'll use my old one. So if I'm on inside the template, and we can play with this a little bit. So I'll add a page here. So say this is my template here. This is my, or I have, or my kind of fresh board, I would say. If you're using Canva, they have different template and elements on the side. So if you'd like to use a template that already exists, if you want to use the free ones, they will not have the crown here. So you could just click like, see here, and say that's my template. So say, oh, I like this template. Look at the sunglasses, the people walking, or maybe I just like the colors or the font. So now if I want to change out some of these photos, I could either, as Leilani mentioned, you can go to different websites, and basically you would save those images to your computer, upload them into Canva here, and then you could drag and drop them into your collage here. So I would just go here, drag and drop, boom. Those are pictures that I uploaded. You also have the option to use stock photos within Canva if you choose to do that, where you just type in a word, like say I type in joy. Once again, I would just look for if it doesn't have the crown, or I can go into a filter and click free. I don't look at the free picture, so I don't have to worry that I'm adding something that's going to cost me money. And I could then hold down my mouse. I'm left clicking on the mouse, drag it over, and drop it into the photos. So that's if you want to use something that's already been created in a template, or you could start from scratch. So if I want to start from scratch, I rearrange a collage or template that I like to start with. You could just move things out of the frame. You could delete things. If you accidentally delete something and want to bring it back, you could just click them arrow backwards. And then you can add even more photos in. So say you don't want to just drag and drop. Say I just want to add this photo in. I can make it different shapes, different sizes, put it wherever I want on the board. And I'm using just whatever kind of stock photos that I find in the photos in Canva. And it's the same for the elements. You can drag and drop elements, and like say I'm like throwing these candy canes on there. Now I'm just kind of showing examples, so they're kind of just everywhere, but you just kind of drag and drop. And a lot of these applications are similar. So the UDreamer, the PicMonkey, they're kind of work that same way, where you kind of drag and drop onto your collage if you don't want to use Canva. But Canva also has these little animated options too. So you can make your collage a video if you choose. And the same for text. So you would go over on the text. You could click, like, if I like that text here, click over here. Now it says pool party. I would just double click and I could change what I type. Those letters come up from the side. Now you also have the option, of course, to change the type of text that you're using. So there's all these options too on the side. And you see that it changes it here. So you might still get that theme, but just a different look to it. So yay. Hopefully that answers on kind of best processing. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay, specific process towards being specific in your choices. Ooh, I like that one. Similar to Sunita's question, what are best practices in vision boarding, keeping images specific for general use and more text? Ooh, yes. So in regards to being as specific, this is kind of more of like a personal perspective of just being able to kind of being a little bit more specific and having a timeline can just help to not like overwhelm you or overwhelm self. I tend to, from a personal thing, like I tend to have kind of an anxious style personality. So I for myself have to have specifics, or I need to have those steps. I've learned over time that I cannot, if I have something that shows like all my collective goals, I have to have those steps to make it realistic so I don't overwhelm myself or overwork myself and then get to burnout. So it can be nice to, if you choose to have specifics, it's just nice because then it helps you step by step start to outline and really bring your board to life and build that optimism and realism in time. So that's when you maybe have those specifics. But then we also have to remember that life is full of surprises. So we might have a specific goal. Like you might say you want to start a food truck business. So you have your food truck on your vision board. That would be that overall kind of goal. Like that's all right. That's my food truck. I am a great taco creator. I make great tortillas and everyone says they're amazing. That's going to be my food truck, taco food truck. So now maybe then you want to look at, like, if that's your main goal, what are the steps to get there? You know, the vision board, to really bring it to life and start to kind of hit that journey of what you'd like to see and bring into your world, it gets you thinking about that. So now you have that option of, you could add those steps on your vision board. Like, okay, now I want a food truck, that's going to take additional income. Let me put income or pictures of money on my vision board. Or that's going to take a business plan. Let me cut out a PDF of the words business plan on my board. So you can kind of build it how you want. Now, if you're someone who maybe doesn't have an anxious style personality, maybe you're a little bit more chill laid back and you just kind of flow and you get to where you're going on your kind of relaxed vibe, then you can, then maybe you just want that overall of like, when I retire at so-and-so age, this is what I want to have happened. But if it doesn't happen, hey, that's cool. Like, so maybe then you just kind of have like, I'm going to have my country house, I'm going to have the RV, and there's some grandkids on the side of the vision board. Now you may have kids and maybe they don't want to have kids. So on your vision board, that's something that's out of your control. So maybe it'll turn into like, you're going to have furry pet grandkids, grandpuppies on your vision board instead. So it can definitely break down to a personality type. But it is fun to have that mix of pictures and words. It just depends on how you choose and how your mind works and wants to set that up. I am a words kind of person. I went to school for journalism, was part of my degree. So I love using kind of fancy fun text in there. But yeah, definitely. Specifics can be very helpful if you like to bring that vision board really into life. So yeah, breaking down the specifics is very helpful. I understand better now. Yeah, definitely. I mean, making a general vision board is definitely cool. Like, it's a great way. It's a beautiful way to start. When I was in school, that's kind of what we did in school. It was just like, what do you like? What do you want? You know, ice cream when I was like 12. Like, that was cool. But as we get older, it's nice to, yeah, just have those specifics if we really want to bring this vision board to life, and start on those steps and taking action towards those goals. Beautiful. Anyone else have any more questions or have a vision board or ideas or anything they'd like to share? You are more than welcome to unmute yourself. You're more than welcome to come on camera and let us know what you think. And if not, then yeah, if there's no more questions, I'm super excited that you all were here. I am super grateful for you and appreciate it. If any questions come along, of course, feel free to drop them in the meetup group or reach out to me at any time. You are always welcome. I'm at Carmita Smile within the meetup group, at Carmita Smile on Instagram, or carmitasmiles@gmail.com. If you'd like to drop me a line, or if you are interested in any different future classes or whatnot. I've been posting some stuff for next year already, thinking ahead and into the new year. So merci, Leilani. Yeah, I look forward to doing more stuff like this. And if you have an idea that you would like to share in the group, please definitely let me know. If you want to set up and host something within our meetup community, maybe you do Reiki, maybe you do prayer beads, maybe you do incense, reach out. We can put something on the calendar and make an event and have you host it. It'd be great. So definitely reach out. Otherwise, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks so much, everybody. I will stick around if anyone has any questions after, wants to talk about anything. I'll be here if something's on your mind. Thanks so much. All right, if no one has any questions, I will exit the meeting for everyone else. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks again.